down here. So here's the big 72 ounce, here's the 64 ounce, here's your food processing bowl. You also have your dough blade. You can do doughs in this as well. You get 2 Ninja to-go cups, and you get the Ninja recipe book. Make it fresh, make it delicious. Now, let's take a look at that value page because this is what's so exciting. At retail, you could pay $239 for this same pack up. We have it tonight for $169.98 and 6 payments on your credit card and customer top rated. Also, this month, a brand new color. Check it out, this is platinum. We've never done this in platinum before. This is an amazing color. If you've got stainless steel appliances in your kitchen, hello, how you doing? This is gonna be perfect. Then we've got it for you in the black, which is here. We also have it for you in cinnamon. Are we calling this red or cinnamon? Cinnamon, thank you. Here's the black one again. I have it in white. White is the most limited. And finally, in front of Bob Warden, who's fixing to dump some ice cubes in, this is our aquamarine. Mr. Warden, how are you?
I am great, David. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's good to have you back. This is K40430. What do you say we put the Ninja to work?
Sure. So this is our most powerful Ninja. We're going to show you how it's a 72-ounce blender. It's a food processor with its own bowl. It's a chopper, and of course, it's a Nutri Ninja extractor. So here we go. We're just going to turn it right on. Literally, within seconds, we're taking the equivalent of 2 ice cube trays, and we're turning it into snow. Now, this has sort of been the Ninja signature, and we always start with that to show how easy it is now to create snow. You may not need snow except for shrimp or something, but we use it inside of our drinks. So you can't see it happening when you're inside of a drink, so we like to do it separately to show you what's happening.
Now look at that. If you're wanting to make the perfect restaurant quality drink or make a bed of snow for your shrimp cocktail, could be beautiful on a platter. But if you're gonna make a margarita, let's do a whole fruit margarita, right?
Yeah, so if you do that, then you don't have to buy the margarita mix, which is nothing but fructose and corn syrup,
this is a citrus Cosmo.
Yes, oh, well, okay.
All right.
So we can use whole fruit, where there's lemons, limes, oranges, and you're going to see that they all have pith, but the pith is going to be gone. Again, we just hit the power button. Here we go.
Do we like that?
So, as you can see, in just a few seconds, it's going to turn those ice cubes to snow, just as it did before here. And then the longer you run it, the smoother it's going to get. So when you decide how smooth it is, you stop it. Now I'm going to stop it for a second, and I'm going to pulse it, because I want some of those ice cubes that are at the top there, riding around on top of the snow that we made, to drop down to the blades, so that we have snow everywhere.
I think we're pretty good there, Bob.
You think that looks good, Dave?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pour it.
Well, this is definitely a thick margarita.
Ooh.
Or, excuse me.
Or a citrus Cosmo.
A citrus Cosmo. Oh, yeah.
It might just be like a water ice.
Yes,
sort of.
It's thick. And you can make a water ice just by taking lemon and a little bit of sugar and ice, and you'll make a beautiful water ice.
There we go. That's a good taste right there.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Ooh, look at that. Oh, yes.
Is that good?
It's too good. I have to step away from it. All right.
Okay, we're going to step over here for a second, and now we're going to use the food processor, which this summer is so much fun, to make our
own burgers?
Our own burgers with cheese inside. You can take steak. I trim off all of the fat. You can do this whether you're making meatloaf or you're making sausages.
And before you start this up, let's tell everyone what's in there. There's cheese.
Right.
There's partially cooked bacon. And there is this Chuck?
Yes. New York steak.
Oh, it's New York strip.
Okay,
we're not playing with this burger
This is
tonight.
going to be really good. So again, we just turn it on, and because of the power, you don't even have to pulse it here. We can just let it run, and in about 15 or 20 seconds, we're going to have that ground to a perfect consistency for burgers. All the cheese is going to be inside. The bacon is going to be inside. You could even add onions if you wished. And you have got, look at this, perfectly ground burger.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that unbelievable?
That's a New York strip burger right there. Are you kidding with the cheese and the bacon? Kevin, that sound pretty good? Kevin's my producer over there, giving me the big thumbs up on that. Yep.
You can add some onion to that too if you want.
Oh, nice.
So now
And a little Worcestershire sauce. Stop. Okay, everybody just stop.
Now let's make some pizza or bread dough, whatever you like. We have a special dough blade. Now the dough blade is made of a polycarbonate because we don't want to cut through the dough. We want to have this actually stretch the dough. So we actually have a dough setting on here. So we just push dough. It starts out a little bit slower. It knows that there's dough in there. It starts by mixing, and then it's going to form into a ball. And then with the dough blade, with its plastic, rather than cutting through the dough, it's going to start to stretch it. It's actually going to develop the gluten, and it's going to develop the gluten not in 10 minutes, but literally in seconds. It's pulling and stretching that dough against the side without cutting the gluten, but instead stretching it. Ingenious way to make an instant dough.
Well, let me tell you also, the reason this machine is not dancing all over the countertop, it has suction cup feet. So it's going to suction to the countertop. So even when you're doing something a bit more challenging, like a big thick dough like this, it's not going to end up making the machine dance all over the counter. This is K40430, and as Bob preps that dough, I believe he's making breadsticks over there, it looks like. We're going to remind you what you're going to get in this offer. And Bob, we put together quite a pack up tonight. This is the 72-ounce large container. In addition to the large one here, we're also going to give you the 64-ounce food processor. We also have a chopping bowl. Here is that dough hook that Bob, or the dough blade rather, that Bob was just using to make the pizza dough. And then we give you 2 smoothie to-go cups. But we're not done. There's also a Ninja Make It Fresh, Make It Delicious book. How many recipes in the book?
190.
190, and you were going to say about this?
And the cups here, remember, not just to-go cups. This is your Nutri Ninja nutrient extractor. It has its own blade, so you make everything directly in there.
Exactly. So all this comes together at a great price. Look at what you'd pay if sold separately, $239. We've got it tonight at $169.98, and then we put it on 6-pay. It's customer top rated, and we even have the brand new Platinum this week. Now, are we going to make some ice cream?
We're going to make some ice cream. Now, this is a full pint of ice cream. We've got a pound of fruit. In this case, it's mango pineapple. So this is sort of a Hawaiian ice cream. And again, with the power here, all we have to do is turn the power on and turn it on to crush. And in 30 seconds, this is going to take the cold, the frozen cold from the fruit, and transfer that to the dairy. Now, you can use any kind of dairy you like. You can even use coconut milk. And we'll end up with a beautiful, soft-serve, semi-hard ice cream within inside of 30 seconds.
And the longer you let this go, the smoother the fruit will be. If you want the fruit a little bit more chunky in the ice cream, you stop it sooner, right?
Right. So you get to determine exactly how you like it. You get to determine what's in your ice cream. Now you can see this is really smooth ice cream.
But if we wanted to keep those chunks of mango and pineapple in there, or at least little shards or little pieces, then you wouldn't leave it on quite as long, and then you would end up with a little bit more texture in that way. But look at this beautiful ice cream. This was less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, and the other thing you notice is I can get all the way down to the bottom, so it doesn't have blades in the bottom. I have to dig under if I was trying to make this with a blender. Let me try but this. I actually can get it all out.
And if you use a sugar substitute, then you're cutting back on your sugar. If you use a low-fat dairy, then it can be a very different type of ice cream that can be a little better for you.
This could even beat that peach ice cream, which was the recipe of the year 2 years ago, right? Isn't that unbelievable?
Bob, this is so nice. So light and refreshing.
Are we out of time? All right, we didn't get to show you the chopper, but that's okay.
Show us the chopper quickly. Where's your chopper?
The chopper's right here.
We're going to do cheese?
Yep. So here we're using the mini chopper, which fits inside of the food processor with its own blade. And I can use this to chop onions, carrots. In this case, we're doing cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, and I would let that go a little bit longer, but you can see this comes right out. You have its own separate blade, and you're in business.
Those are amazing. All right. This is K40430. Bob, will I see you Sunday?
Yes, you will.
I understand we've got something else coming up from Ninja on Sunday.
Yes, you do.
All right, good deal. All right. Do want to remind you, we are bringing comfort and joy, cooking for two, and we're back tonight with this beautiful book by this lovely lady, Christina Lane. She brought us for Dessert for Two before on QVC, sold out completely. Her blog is of that same name, Dessert for Two. Every recipe, and there are 121 in this new book, are all designed for dinner for two people. There are some great dessert recipes in this book. Sean, how many of these are already gone? Wow, 250 of these books are already gone, so